Good afternoon, everybody. Well, it's Allison, and I am going to try to make dinner for tonight. And I make something called gazpacho soup. I'd say raise your hand if you've heard of it, but it would be silly because I can't see you raise your hand. But gazpacho soup is great on a summer evening. It's made with a bunch of vegetables. That's all it's made with. And I took out my Cuisinart. I only take it out for this recipe. I can't think of anything else I take it out for because I just chop up a bunch of vegetables and I put in some olive oil and some red wine vinegar and some lime juice. And I bought the lime juice in the lime container because limes are very expensive and it was ridiculous to buy a bag of limes when I only need a little bit. And green pepper and celery, and I've already cut my cucumber, sliced it and cut it, and my onions, and I kind of just wing it. You can do this without having, you could just get everything canned if you wanted, but I like to add fresh tomatoes, but these are already washed and ready to go. So I'm just going to slice them actually before I put them in. Ooh, it's following me. I got it going good. But I've already washed them and I'm just gonna slice them in to a couple smaller pieces before I put them in here. I still am gonna use my can of the crushed tomatoes because it just gives it enough extra liquid, if you know what I mean. So I don't have to add any water or anything. You can get low sodium if you want. Let's see. Anyways, how's everybody's day going? I've been making videos like crazy today, doing some shorts with my estate sale shopping. That was fun today. I didn't buy much, but it was fun. So pardon the loud noise. It's just gonna go real quick. And I have this super mega bowl that I put everything in because it has a lid for it. And gazpacho soup is served cold. I didn't know that, and I went to a restaurant with some friends and I was supposed to know. Like, I'm supposed to know that, right? And I'm like blowing on the soup. My husband was looking at me and laughing. He's like, it's supposed to be cold. So anyways, I found this recipe years ago in this book, Staying Thin Cookbook from like 1980. It's the only recipe I make out of it. Why do I keep the book? I should just write down the recipe, right? So that was my, that's about half of an onion, and I'm using 1 cucumber. Thanks to Dee, I figured taking out the seeds, she told us, keeps the liquid, not so much liquid in it. And so took out the seeds of the cucumber. And I'm gonna chop this up. And Dee, you know what? I am gonna get the ice cream maker. I am going to get it. It's on my hot list. I have bought a bunch of cherries, and I was daydreaming in the grocery store about cherry ice cream. Cherry ice cream. Okay, so pureed cucumbers and onions. Dump that in there. Ooh, that smells really good already. Come on. This is so old. Surprised it still works, but it does. I'm gonna use this. You don't even need a whole pepper. You need a half a cup of pepper. And so I just cut a little bit up. Maybe about a half. That was nice. All the seeds of the pepper went flying on the ground. But I don't eat that part. So yeah, I really want that ice cream machine. I don't know how I can justify it to the husband. Besides, Dee said I had to have it. But I don't know if that's gonna work. I washed my parsley. I don't put a lot of parsley in it. Parsley is not, I don't know, but I love these scissors. Has anybody used these scissors before? Isn't that fun? But it chops your scissors, it chops whatever you're doing into fine pieces. So you don't have to chop, chop, chop. It makes everything so small. Look at that. I love it. I look for pieces to cut more of. So it's for your like seasonings. You can cut small things. Oh, the little things that make me happy. I do have to rinse my celery really quick because I did not. You know, it was cheaper to buy celery hearts, which are already cut down. I thought buying just the whole head of celery, you know, thought that would be cheap. This was $1.50 cheaper. So just rinsing off a couple things of celery. I cut them into smaller pieces. I know, Allison, you have a chopper. Why are you doing that? Just because I don't like it to be too chunky. It's nice when you buy these hearts because everything is already cleaned up for the most part. But yeah, ooh, the celery smells good. Wow, it smells like really fresh celery. It sounds stupid, I know. But see, I just ballpark things because this is something I like to have in the fridge. All the greens. Clean that puppy up. Yum, it smells so good, and I haven't even put seasoning in here yet. What does this call for? Let me just see what it calls for. Like I said, because I didn't measure out any of the vegetables, I'm really not going to concern myself with. It calls for a 1/4 cup of lime juice. So not much. Tops. Okay. Quarter cup. Now I have to add something into mine because I have a husband who has a very big problem with acidity and tomatoes. I mean, a huge problem with it. And he has acid reflux really bad. Okay, and it also calls for V8. So you can get the low sodium V8. And I just got the small cans, but 2 cans is all you need of the regular size. But anyways, I have to add a pinch of brown sugar to this to cut out some of the acidity, because he really has, I mean, it is bad. He can just taste tomatoes. He loves them, but just a taste of tomato will have him pop up in the middle of the night, not being able to breathe. It's bad. So I do have to add, and you don't taste the brown sugar, it just dulls the tomato base. But he loves this too because of all the vegetables. And it's a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I just get the extra virgin olive oil, and I just pour a little bit in there. Like I said, I don't measure much, kind of like my grandma. I just kind of pour it in there. And red wine vinegar, and I don't even use as much as they say to do because of his stomach. But for reference sake, it says 1/4 cup, and I just kind of drizzle it in. I just had to go to the local neighborhood Walmart, that little store. Didn't go to the big Walmart, went to the neighborhood Walmart, and I picked me up some of this and the lime juice I forgot to order. So I'm just sprinkling this in. I don't use it that much, so mine expired like 20 years ago. I need to get garlic out of the refrigerator. Yes, I'm a cheater. I'm using already chopped garlic. Because you know what? It smells just as good. I love garlic. Love garlic. I put a big spoonful of garlic in there. No vampire's gonna get me. Okay, mix it up a little bit. And this is just a summer soup. And I am going to put my crushed vegetables in here. So you guys wouldn't believe I did that. This is just crushed tomatoes. So I did that short video, if you saw it today, that Mitzi found trolls for Hilda Joy. First person on there was a troll and left an obnoxious comment. Yep. Had to knock that fool off. He didn't even have an account. He did have a YouTube account. He had 1 subscriber. Had to knock his silly butt out. So I'm telling you, that lady attracts trolls from who knows where. But I got rid of his butt. I haven't looked at the video since I've been back from the grocery store to see how many trolls we got on there. But those little trolls I found at the estate sale were so cute. And it just made me laugh. I thought of Paula and her troll. This just calls for salt and pepper to taste. I have this really cool salt and pepper. And I have coarse salt. And you flip it over and you got coarse pepper. I'm not a pepper fan, but I do it for taste. I like garlic, I told you that already, and you saw me put a big clump of garlic in here. And I'm gonna put some garlic powder in here. Did I forget anything? Let's see. Chopped tomatoes, tomato juice, bell pepper, onion, celery, garlic, olive oil, lime juice, red wine vinegar, and black pepper. Nope, got it all. And let me show you. Look at this bowl. This big bowl of yummy. Now let me taste it and see. see. I love, oh, it's got a bite to it. Oh, my husband's not going to be able to eat this. So I'll add a little brown sugar. I'll actually take a bowl out for him and put the brown sugar in it so it breaks up that bite. But yeah, I'll have this for breakfast. It's just vegetables. And then I'll have to have a protein drink because I have to have protein. I really don't do much protein at all. Oh. Love V8 when I think of it. I never buy it. And then like when I think about making gazpacho, I'm like, oh, V8. I love it when I drink it. I just have to remember to buy it. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great evening. Let me know what you're having for dinner. Let me know what you had for dinner last night. Maybe you're going out tonight. I think it's Friday night, right? Yeah, my husband and I watch live PD on Friday and Saturday night. So, you know, it's the police departments that go chasing people. You know, maybe they're in your town. I know they're in Jersey. They're in, not New Mexico anymore. South Carolina. They're in Arkansas. I forget what other states, cities they're on, but yeah, we like to watch that together. That's our time. And this is our first weekend as empty nesters again, but this is official because our little one's gone. Anyways, good night, everybody. Have a great evening.